The pipe dream. A dream so big, so uncertain, so far from reach. So why pursue it? Why even bother? I genuinely feel like everyone needs a pipe dream, or a dream that is so big that it literally defies everything that they could have imagined for themselves. And I'm not saying that just because it's amazing to have a dream and it feels good to look at all these possibilities for yourself and think about them. Like, yeah, that part is great. But the reason I say that is because I feel like it's necessary for our self-development. For example, when I look at my life, like all the things that I've learned, like the lessons that I feel like have been the greatest lessons of my life, I've learned them through taking risks and actually chasing my dreams. For example, hard work, sacrifice, discipline. These are all things that you kind of need when you're chasing like a big goal or a big dream. And I feel like sometimes what stops us from having those dreams or even chasing them, because I feel like most people do have like really big dreams. They don't necessarily share it with like the whole world or like other people, but like within themselves, they kind of know that, yeah, like there's this one thing that I would love to do, but they don't necessarily do it. And I think the reason for that is because a lot of the time they're afraid of the outcome. Like they're afraid that they're going to fail and what it's going to mean if they fail. And I think that's where the problem lies, to be honest, like the fear of the outcome. And it's weird because we're so afraid of failure that because of that, we literally don't even try. So we don't even give ourselves the chance to succeed. And I think for me, it's very important to shift your mindset and your focus from the outcome and divert it to the process. Now, what I mean by that is focusing on what having a big dream and chasing your goals and your dreams can actually do for you and what it can mean for you and the things that you can learn along that journey. Like when you think about that big dream, that big goal, you shouldn't just feel excited about the outcome and the things that you're going to get out of it. I think it's very important to also be excited about the journey and the things that you're going to learn, the things that you pick up, because no one talks about it, but when you're actually pursuing something great, something big, you do learn a lot along the way. And I feel like it really does change you. Like if you look at the people around you, like the ones who are actually chasing their dreams, or like they have big goals or they have these big ideas and they actually want to act on them, like those people, they have a slightly different mindset than the ones who don't. There's like a self-belief and a self-confidence within them, and an energy and a passion that you don't necessarily see in everybody. And I think aspiring to have that for yourself as well is something that we should all be doing. And that's why I talk about like having that big dream, because for me, I think that's like the catalyst that changes everything. That's what forces you to become a different person than the person that you've been. Because obviously in order to achieve the thing that you want, you have to become somebody else. Like now, instead of wasting your evenings watching TV, I don't know, scrolling through TikTok, now you're practicing, researching, just doing everything and anything that you can to try and better yourself, because you know that it's necessary in order for you to achieve that goal that you want. And yeah, that's why I feel like having that pipe dream doesn't necessarily require the same level of vision, the same level of effort as like the realistic goals that people tell you to have. But yeah, literally like the process of pursuit, it changes you. Like I said, it forces you to become a different person, and that's what you should be aiming for. What chasing that dream meant for you and what it did for you, the development, that's where your main focus should actually be. Like it's not the achievement that matters so much. Yeah, it would be great to achieve all your big dreams and goals, but sometimes we might not necessarily achieve those dreams, but along the way we learn valuable and priceless lessons. And to be fair, I feel like I can speak on that personally. So I remember growing up, I always had dreams of becoming a professional footballer, and obviously it didn't happen. Like I did get very close, and I was playing for the academy at Brentford, and I was literally on top of the world. Like I literally felt like, oh, like I can only go up from here. And then obviously stuff happened, and then I didn't end up becoming a professional footballer. However, from growing up in that academy system, I did learn a lot about discipline. I learned about punctuality. Like if you know me, like I'm a very punctual person, and I take punctuality very seriously. And that's, in my opinion, because of like coming through the academy system, like how they ingrained that kind of stuff in me. But yeah, not just that, like I learned discipline, perseverance, like all these qualities that you can literally apply to other areas of your life as well. So I feel like if you're on the fence about like that big goal or that big dream, like at least know that it's going to teach you something along the way, even if you don't achieve it. And I know it's a cliche, but there's actually a lesson in every failure. And I know a lot of us have people around us that tell us, oh, like, be realistic, or like, don't go and do that, don't have that big dream, because what if you don't make it, or like, it's not a good idea, or like, they judge you for having such a big dream. Normally those people have given up on their dreams themselves, so they kind of want to project that same feeling onto you as well. And that's the thing, just because it didn't work out for them, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work out for you as well. Like, that's just life. Like, sometimes people win, sometimes people lose. Like, probably the reason that they give you as to why you shouldn't even pursue that big goal is probably because they say stuff like, oh, like, you know, a lot of people do it and they don't succeed and stuff like that, which is true. Like, that does happen. But then what about the people that did succeed? Like, had they listened to the people that told them to be realistic, would they be where they are? And don't get me wrong, like, people that tell you to be realistic, they're not necessarily like bad people, or like they don't necessarily want the worst for you. Sometimes they're telling you because they want the best for you. But it's important to understand that the reason that they're telling you that is because it's coming from a place of fear, worry, uncertainty, and especially a fear of the uncomfortable. Because obviously being realistic is a very comfortable position to be in. Like, you know that even though this is not necessarily the thing that I want for myself, I have a better chance at it, so I'm just gonna go for it, type of thing. And it feels comfortable. Like I said, there's less chances of failure, there's less criticism, less judgment. But the important thing to remember as well is that there's less growth and less self-development. That belief that you can go and do anything, for me, I feel like that is a very, very important mindset to have. And I feel like the fact that other people have done it should be evidence to you that you can as well. And to be fair as well, like, chasing your dreams, like, it's very good for your mental health as well. Like, it's so much fun practicing, working on yourself, seeing your progress. Like, all these are things that you might not necessarily get if you just go for that realistic goal that somebody else might have told you to have. And the last thing that I want to talk about is how having a goal, having a dream, a big dream, it actually gives you perspective. Like, it allows you to look at your circumstances from a different lens. Like, you might be in a place right now where you feel like, oh, I wish I wasn't here, or like, I wish I was somewhere else. But like, when you have that big dream, like, it allows you to think and understand that, okay, cool, I might not be where I am right now. However, one day I might be somewhere else. I might be where I truly, truly want to be. So it helps you endure the difficult times as well. For example, you might be stuck in a job where you feel like, oh, like, I'm really not enjoying this, or like, I feel proper down about being here. But like, if this is like your be all and end all, and you don't have any other bigger dreams and aspirations, like, there's nowhere for you to look when things get hard and you literally feel like you're stuck and you're trapped, because there's literally no way out and there's no plans for you to get out. Whereas if you've got that big dream, you know that this is just temporary and it's just circumstantial. It's just like a roadblock that you need to get past now in order to get where you want to be. Or maybe it's something that you need to do now in order to be able to fuel your dreams. And overall, it's a reminder that your life is bigger than your immediate problems. And any setbacks, any failures, they're not a reflection of you. Like, you're not a failure or anything like that. You're just not where you want to be at the moment. So if you keep pushing, if you keep dreaming, then one day the possibility that your life changes is still there, as long as you keep pushing. But yeah, if you've watched the video up until this point, then thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, then you already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.